Hey, kid. Hey, yeah, you, come here. Come here real quick. So I've heard you and your parents have having a lot of troubles lately, huh? Yeah, you have. How do I know that? I don't know. Don't ask me. Listen, kid, I can give you an amazing power, okay? Where your parents have to do whatever you tell them to. Do you want breakfast? Boom, done. You want them to clean your room? Boom, done. You want them to sacrifice other people for creepypastas and horror mascots? They'll do it. I don't know if you want them to do that, but yeah, they can. So what do you say, kid? Ah, perfect. I just need all your fingers and toes.
Give me your fingers and toes.
Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is King Noosme. Thought I'd give you a normal intro rather than that weird one that I decided to start off with for some reason. I set up a poll a few weeks ago asking you guys which creeped out episode you guys want to see me talk about next, and you guys voted for the episode Slapstick, which is actually the second episode to the series. Slapstick was also probably the most requested video besides Splinter Claw's video that I had already made. Go check that out if you haven't seen that. A lot of you guys seem to really relate to this episode, and some of you guys say that you relate to it too much that it makes you cringe. I don't relate to it too much, but I can see where it is relatable to a lot of people.
Yeah, that's right. I was the golden child. I was just so cool and nice to my parents.
And if you don't know what creeped out is, go check out my last video. I explain it briefly there. I'm also coming off of a little bit of a cold, so if I do sound weird or if I'm out of breath a lot, that's why. We start off the episode with our good friend the Curious, and he's building a sandcastle. And it looks really good, buddy. Dude, what the hell? It looked fine. Anyways, while he's building the sandcastle, the narrator gives us a little hint about what the episode's gonna be about. She talks about the extreme measures people are willing to go through to avoid embarrassment. Then we get the title card and to meet our main character, Jessie. Jessie is laying in bed when she starts hearing people singing happy birthday outside her window. She takes a look outside to see her rich neighbors are celebrating their daughter's birthday, and she's checking out some new shoes she got. And this is when Jessie hears her parents laughing downstairs quite loud, which she doesn't look too happy about. Now, I will admit her parents are a little weird and kooky, but it does seem like they are truly in love, and even more, they love their daughter. And her dad even has a nickname for her.
Morning, Dinky.
Okay, that nickname is pretty bad. I can see why she doesn't like that one. And her mom makes sure that she's eating right. I mean, she stops her from eating this marshmallow and gives her this mysterious smoothie.
Rank?
Even her dad thinks it's poison.
Poison!
Jessie's a typical preteen, and she's tired of her parents' antics and basically commands them to be normal at this party that their neighbors are throwing tomorrow.
Please, can you try to resemble normal humans at the party tomorrow?
This is when her parents admit that they really don't want to go. They kind of force themselves to go every year. Then her mom offers that they just stay inside and have a horror movie marathon. Sounds fun to me, but Jessie doesn't think so.
Guys, no.
Jessie wants to go because the neighbor girl is the coolest kid in her class and she wants to impress her. This is when Jessie brings up these shoes that the neighbor girl got, and she wants a pair just like them, and apparently she's brought them up before because her mom says,
"Not again with the shoes."
This is when Jessie tries to guilt trip her mom into buying her the shoes.
Patty's mum gets what she wants. You don't see her begging.
Yeah, they're rich. They can get whatever they want. You can't. I don't know if it's because I'm older, but in this whole scene, Jessie's just making me mad. She's just pissing me off. Her parents are just having a good time, having a good morning, hanging out, talking, laughing, having fun. And she's just over there like, me. My parents are embarrassing because they're funny. Later, they go to the boardwalk and her parents bring her a gift. And they're shoes. But they're not the shoes that she wanted. Her mom tells her that they look similar and they're just as good and they're a quarter of the price.
Ka-ching.
So her parents ask her to try them on, which she reluctantly does. She's not very happy about it. And her mom parade them around for a second. This gives enough time for her neighbor to walk around and see her and bully her in front of her parents.
Now shoes getting bigger. Where can I get a pair?
Luckily, the dad is there to, well, be a dad, but what he does just makes things worse.
Find anything quite as hip as these bad boys in there?
Embarrassed, Jessie takes off the shoes and then her mom actually yells at the girls.
Go on. Go away, you bunch of brats.
And then this is when Jessie yells back at her parents for embarrassing her and buying her cheaper shoes and making her model them off. And then her dad makes things even worse again by calling her,
Don't overreact, Dinky.
This really angers her and she asks them,
Why are you like this? Why?
and she wishes they were normal and then storms off with no shoes on. She goes to the beach and catches the end of this weird puppet show. Afterwards, this boy is walking around getting tips and he walks over to Jessie, but she says,
I don't have any cash on me.
but he's not here for that. He's here for something else.
There's someone you need to talk to over there.
This puppet named Mr. Blackteeth, really comforting name, wants to talk to her. And when they first meet, he's actually quite the gentleman.
The handle's Mr. Blackteeth. To make your acquaintance is my utmost pleasure.
He asks her to unburden her woes to him, and this is when she complains about her parents. This is when he tells a bad joke that makes Jessie want to leave.
My mum and dad were thick as two short planks. Literally.
But Mr. Blackteeth has a solution to her parent problem. He tells her that she could have the power to control her parents. All she has to do is knock on her head 3 times and say,
That's the way to do it.
and then she'll have full control over her parents. But sadly for Mr. Blackteeth, Jessie doesn't look too interested at first. That is until...
Fine. If it'll make you shut up.
Ah, her only weakness. How the public views her. God forbid a puppet from a puppet show thinks you're a little chicken. But of course, she agrees and then does the knocking thing.
That's the way to do it.
Then Mr. Blackteeth laughs hysterically and then disappeared. Ooh, where did he go? The next morning, Jessie doesn't find her parents downstairs, but laying in their bed, staring at the ceiling very creepily. She asked them if they could make her a normal breakfast for once, and this is when they get out of bed and walk past her like robots. And sure enough, when she goes down to the kitchen, she has toast and orange juice waiting for her. And after a few more commands so she can figure out what's going on, she figures out what's going on.
They're like puppets.
Next, she dresses her parents in nice clothes and then buys the shoes that she wanted, and they go to that party at their neighbor's house. But before they go in, Jessie asks her parents to tell her the party rules. Her dad isn't allowed to make any jokes or do anything that embarrasses her. If anybody talks to him, all he's allowed to do is nod and smile. Yeah, because that looks totally normal, just when somebody's talking to you and they're like... And this all goes for her mom too, but she does ask her mom another question. She asks her what's she gonna do if there's group laughter, and she is only allowed to...
Only an acceptable level of giggles.
An acceptable amount of giggles? What the hell does that mean? Now that they know the rules, they go inside, and they're totally not weird and awkward.
Stop smiling. Come on.
While they're inside, Jessie offers to help the neighbor girl fix drinks for everybody at the party. And the neighbor girl looks totally excited about this. While they're fixing the drinks, Jessie pretty much asks her if they could be friends, and she answers with,
I really don't want to do that.
and after this, we see that, oh, her mommy's a little mean to her because she has a stain on her dress and she has to go change. I think this is supposed to make us feel a little bit bad for her, some remorse, but it doesn't work for me. She's mean to Jessie for absolutely no reason at all, and we're supposed to feel bad because her mom is like, hey, go change, you're dirty. Sadly, this does work on Jessie, and she gives the neighbor girl a compliment.
I still think you look great.
While I think Jessie is a little bit of a brat, she still has empathy for people at least. After, Jessie is walking around giving drinks to people, and I think it's lemonade? Maybe it's acid? Or pee? Jessie, did you pee in this jar? But she walks in and sees that the neighbor's dad and her dad are talking. Really, it's the neighbor dad talking and her dad standing there like this. This is when the neighbor asks her dad to tell a joke to liven the place up a little bit. But of course, he can't tell any jokes, so he just smiles and nods. And this is when I think Jessie is starting to realize the weight of what she's doing right now. She goes outside with her tiny burger. What the hell? Anyways, Jessie's outside pondering her thoughts about everything when the neighbor girl just shows up and does this to her. Yep, unprompted. No reason at all to do that. Jessie literally did nothing. This is when Jessie finally realizes that her parents were right about the girl. They're just a bunch of losers. And of course, all the girls are laughing at her and her mom is standing nearby. And you remember what she told her mom to do if she heard group laughter? And this is when Jessie just runs back home. Later that night, Jessie asks her mom if in the morning she can make her one of those mysterious smoothies. And her mom answers,
And what would you like in this smoothie?
well, obviously she wants it to be a surprise. It wouldn't be much of a mystery if it wasn't, right?
And how would you like me to surprise you?
She then gives up on her mom, but then tries to get a hug from her dad, which she does get, but it's the most awkward hug I've ever seen in my life. She then wants to recreate one of her dad jokes.
Hey, wait, stop calling me.
Oh! Someone needs to cut down on the fibre diet.
Remember? Stupid fibre diet?
But she does it back and no reaction. This is when Jessie finally realizes she messed up and begs her parents to go back.
Just go back to how you were.
And how do we go back to how we were?
Well, that didn't work. So Jessie tries to do the thing that turned them this way in the first place. She knocks on her head 3 times and says that's the way to do it. But sadly, this doesn't work no matter how many times she tries. The next day, she goes to visit Mr. Blackteeth, but finds that he is gone. Or is he? Looks like he has one last show further down the beach, and if she hurries, she can make it. And when she gets there, she sees that he is not there either. Oh, Wait a minute. Looks like she just didn't bike far enough. She gets to the tent and sees that her parents are actually the puppets in the show now.
Oh, someone needs to cut down on the fiber diet.
And they use lines that the parents have said earlier in the show to recreate this like slapstick puppet show for these kids. It looks like Jessie is kind of enjoying it too. And after the show ends, Jessie hears the puppets talking to her.
Jessie,
Sweetheart, is that really you?
help us, Jessie.
And when she goes inside the tent, she sees a bunch of creepy puppets. And she can hear Mr. Blackteeth, but she can't see him yet.
Say, you lost your noodle?
Blackteeth appears out of nowhere to tell Jessie that there's no way to turn the power off. But there is a way to get her parents back. This is when the mysterious boy from earlier tells her that she needs to trick somebody into giving up their parents too. He then hands her the tip jar and tells her to go find some replacements.
I prefer the term understudy.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Blackteeth. To go find her more understudies. And the episode ends off with Jessie hearing a kid arguing with his parents. And she looks up at him and I think you know the rest. And that's the end of Slapstick. Really good episode of Creeped Out. It's only the second episode, so go check it out on Netflix. And for any of my younger audience out there, be nice to your parents. They're only here to help you. Sure, there might be goofy and embarrassing, but that's their job. They want to keep you entertained, and they gave birth to you so they can embarrass you a little bit if they want to. Whenever you move out, you'll notice that your parents helped out a lot because now you have to pay bills and you really miss them. So, love your parents, give your parents a hug, tell them you love them, buy them their favorite shoes. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like the video if you like the video. Let me know what episodes of Creeped Out you want to see me talk about. I think you guys should comment in the many places. I don't know about you. I think if I got enough comments that said the many places, I would probably do a video on the episode, the many places. And I'm totally not trying to convince you guys to comment the many places as a good episode. You should review it because then that would be tampering and that's illegal in elections. Luckily, this is a YouTube comment section. Thank you for watching the video. I appreciate you all and peace.